What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some of the data points, what's been coming out from Faraday itself, and just my predictions for the foreseeable future. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So at the time of doing this video, it is down 7.12% and rather low volumes of 2.9 million shares being traded. 15.8 is the average. Not a lot of attention coming from big money. So there's one transaction above $100,000 occurring today, 162,000. But aside from that, it is very notable that big money is just taking a step back. And there was a hell of a lot of selling on the 20th. So a lot of people clearly not happy about the big unveil and whatever else. So let me know your thoughts on that. When it comes down to Faraday though, they did put out news this morning. So Faraday Future delivers a FF91 2.0 to Top Star Agency Born Leaders Entertainment. So in reality, yes, this is good. At least they're moving in the right direction, but don't get me wrong. And I'm very blunt with you guys. This one vehicle is not anywhere close to what needs to be done. And I think in reality, because of their big unveil, like that isn't going to come out until based on what they've planned. Things don't always go according to plan for that. Late 2025. So from now until late 2025, you have to rely on this for sales. And based on previous earnings, we do know that they love to target, as what they even bring up in here, like high profile celebrities. And essentially, a lot of those celebrities thus far have been receiving free vehicles. So we'll just have to wait and see for Faraday's Q3 earnings just to see if this one once again was realized as actual revenue or if they just kind of brushed it off and once again gave it for free. So it's another I don't trust management, plain as day. I really did like what they were trying to do, and I think the pivot is smart, but they should have done this years back. So it goes to show that their forecasting on demand is just very, very off. And I think this is why at the same time it is down 63.18% over this last 1 month alone. Because like, why would anyone buy a stock that has no catalyst? And that's one of the biggest issues with a lot of EVs, not just Faraday, but a lot of EVs, even including one that I cover quite frequently, Lucid. They've been kind of hyping up the Gravity for a year now. And finally, it is that time for the Gravity to be unveiled. But still, from then until now, Lucid went down like 40%, something like that. So same goes for Faraday. There is no catalyst from now until the end of 2025. And a lot of these fluff PRs, in my opinion, aren't going to suffice. It's not going to allure any new investors coming in. So from now until then, they're just going to dilute significantly. And over and above that, just continue to trend down based on the price point. And for those of you that think that isn't possible, just look at another very, very comparable stock to Faraday, and that is Mullen Automotive. Has the same, trades very much the same for the most part. Same has the toxic debt behind it. So Faraday essentially, in my opinion, is going to continue to trend down up until the point where they do have to do another reverse stock split. And for those of you that say, well, hold on, you're just talking through your ass, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. When they did their reverse stock split, their very first one, August 28th, 2023, you guys can go back to my videos back then. Faraday wasn't popular. I was getting maybe 50 to 100 views. But I was still preaching the truth. And even before they enacted this reverse stock split on March 1st, I said this isn't going to suffice. They will need to do a third reverse stock split. And that was roughly a year at least before this third one was even done. So in my opinion, another reverse stock split is going to be had, and they are over that ratio right now. So there is that ratio of 1 to 250 from the NASDAQ. So if a company is over that ratio, then that does mean they are not kind of privy to any kind of extensions. So normally if a company is deficient with the NASDAQ, they get usually 6 months to rectify it and whatever else. But in Faraday's case, since they are over that threshold, they'll need to do a reverse stock split prior to hitting those deficiencies. So it is not going to be the best scenario. And so like I said, a lot of people are just chattering saying that Faraday is going to go bankrupt and whatever. Technically, I don't see that being feasible, at least in the short term, because they can dilute a lot. And to the company, yeah, they can dilute a significant amount. It's no harm to them because they can just get pretty much free money. But at the same time, though, it's investors that hold onto these stocks. They are the ones that are going to lose pretty much all of their equity regardless. So yeah, I do see a fourth reverse stock split most likely occurring probably in Q1 or very, very late Q4, if not Q1 of 2025. So that's just my predictions. Once again, I could be wrong. I'm not here to get you guys to sell nor buy, but I think even the dumbest investors have to realize that no stock goes up just based on Fugazi, based on hope. What it needs is a catalyst. Like, why would I buy Faraday? That's what you guys have to answer for your own selves, right? I'm not here to get you guys to do anything. I'm just trying to educate. So yeah, essentially Faraday is stuck right now, unless they do an acquisition of some sorts, but that would result in significant dilution again. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Faraday in the comments below. As of right now, you have to take this with a grain of salt because I do feel that there has been dilution occurring behind the scenes, but it does signal 44.5% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 5.46 million shares. Right now, shorts are increasing 340,000 shares. It is still on the threshold list, and cost to borrow average is 69.7%. So if there wasn't dilution happening behind the scenes, I would say that this is a very big squeeze play based on the metrics at hand. But because of the level of dilution that's been happening, it's not truly 44.5. Most likely it is probably in the 20% range somewhere. Again, it's hard to kind of tell exactly how much they have really diluted. And one thing that you can always use as a comparable is recently Hologram. So tickers HOLO. I actually do cover that under this channel as well, trending stocks. They just submitted their biannual earnings and it went from 5 million outstanding share count to 111 or 112 million. And all of that, you can tell based on their earnings, 108 million or whatever amount, a huge amount, was all because of convertible debt. So for those of you that think that Faraday isn't diluting, it's out of their control. It is the note holders that is going to really screw with Faraday. So yeah, that's just my quick overview of what is happening with Faraday, where I see things going. Of course, I've been very open with you guys on that in the past, that I am bearish. I've been bearish for a while now, but again, I'm just here to educate. Faraday, I really hope they do prove me wrong and they just somehow pivot and start I don't know, licensing for their technology or something along those lines to bring in sufficient revenue, because YT has talked time and time again on how their technology is far better than the Americans or American equivalent companies. So in my opinion, why don't they just license? So yeah, hopefully that does brings revenue for Faraday and then offsets all of their massive cash burn. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo. So even though Faraday is going down, you can get some free shares. So 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So yeah, this is a must take advantage of promo. Link to this is in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.